It seems to be a season of clarifications and U-turns when it comes to the central and state government. One of the critical issues that has played along the COVID-19 outbreak in India has that been of the migrants. To begin with, the issue has been of helping migrants go back to their home states. And today we'll be taking up this issue with my senior editor, Harsha Bhatt. Hi, Harsha. Harsha, walk us through this entire issue. What really is the issue behind migrants being able or not being able to go back to their home states?
See, reverse migration almost seems like another disaster in the making because on one hand we have our international migrants. We are talking about getting them back to the country, and here there are lakhs of people moving across the country with the Shramik special train that was announced by the center, and the facilitation of bus transport and the like by a lot of states. There's also a lot of private movement that is happening. People are taking to trucks and tempos and buses and going back home. Now, see, the optics aside, like there were people bidding farewell, singing, saying Bharat Mata ki Jai at the railway station. Optics aside, the scale of reverse migration is something that, should actually scare us right now because we are in the middle of a pandemic. It's not a normal day. 56.3 million is the number of interstate migrants according to the 2011 census, and as far as the latest estimates are concerned, it is pinned at 100 million migrant workers across the country. Now, mass return of internal migrants that is being facilitated is going to result in a lot of issues like, or do you have the facility to quarantine all of them at the recipient states? If the home states, which they are calling, why are these migrants returning? Because there is nothing that is being assured by the governments where they were working previously. Though the recipient states of these labor are now requesting people to not go back to their home states, requesting is not going to work. Facilitating their stay is what is needed.
Harsha, to speak about individual states as well, Karnataka first decided to have special trains for these migrants, then they cancelled. Now they're giving away some allowances through the direct benefit transfer machinery. Even Punjab, the CM complained that it was the harvesting season, so migrants from UP and Bihar shouldn't have gone back. Even the same case we've seen in Maharashtra. So even the states are now contemplating against the reverse migration, isn't it?
See, it's being a very reactive governance instead of a proactive governance. We see it through all the measures. Like it didn't take much intelligence to contemplate the scale of migration which would happen. Now, if that it is the harvest season, that the plantation workers are required to be there, that the construction workers have to be there, was not something even you and me could see it. So the people who are taking the call should have seen it. Now, Karnataka government had been slightly wary of providing these facilities to go back home, knowing that Karnataka to a large extent, especially Bangalore and the construction industry, is very labor intensive and very labor dependent. So in the morning they had announced that the one certain special train was cancelled, and the opposition was not leaving any stones turned to take political mileage out of it by saying, okay, if there's no money, we will pay for it and the like. It was not about money. It was about the laborers. And right now at 11 a.m., the CM announced that 5,000 rupees will be paid to these construction labor. And mind you, the scale of the construction labor, 15.8 lakh is the registered building workers in the state. These people, of whom around 11.8 lakh were already given 2,000 rupees, and now seeing the way in which people are wanting to go back home. You should understand this is also as much as an economic issue as it's a psychological issue. So the whole campaign of handling COVID has been stay home, stay safe. For these people, if home is elsewhere, they will also want to be safe, right?
Elaborating on this psychological point you really made, see, internal migration is not just restricted to the labor class. Even urban workers, people working in the formal sectors, people working with MNCs, they also migrate from one city to the other. It's not very uncommon. So internal migration is not just about the migrants, the labor class alone. But why have we witnessed this chaos with the labor class only? Is it? Can you elaborate on the psychological side a bit?
For example, Tushar, you were working in Noida, now in Chandigarh. I was in Bangalore, I moved to Bangalore because we could afford to move at the right time and we can afford to work from our hometowns, whatever that is supposed to mean. But these labor class, for example, their movement also turned chaotic because you are expecting the labor class to go digital, file for permits for vehicles, register themselves on the state government portals on their own, and host states permitting them to return in trucks, whereas recipient states are clueless, and now workers arranging their own buses. it was the perfect recipe for a disaster. And also, if you see in another week's time, we can see it will be a perfect contact tracing nightmare if at all this were to lead to a community transmission case.
Absolutely. Now, Harsha, one thing more. Even if some of the migrants do find a way to get back to their home states, the home states are not equipped enough to handle this sort of an internal migration right away. And 10 or 15 days later, assuming the economy reopens because there's construction activity going to happening already, the industries will be back in operations. So these migrant labors will be again required in, let's say, your state or say in other urban areas. So where's the whole point of this migration? Why not facilitate their
It
stay instead?
seems absolutely, it seems like an absolutely pointless exercise that could have been handled better. You were addressing the insecurity of 40 million. Apparently, according to the World Bank, 40 million is the number of internal migrants who have been rendered economically distraught by this pandemic. Okay. Now, you just had to address their insecurities. You just had to address their economic as well as mental and psychological insecurities. So, whatever is being offered right now as relief measure, whatever this panic struck mode that state could have preempted, right? It highlights the uneven distribution of labor force. Now, for example, UP has is top on the list of both in migrants and out migrants, and it also has one of the highest unemployment rates. So the COVID pandemic should also, be the perfect time for people to be answering these questions. Why is the economic situation in the way it is? That our economy needs a major boost was, otherwise this flight of migrants will surely puncture the process of an economic revival. This next 1 month to 6 months are crucial for us to revive our economy. And if the lockdown is lifted, without a health crisis, but this chaotic movement of people is surely going to do more damage than what we have seen in the recent times. So this is also an administrative crisis as much as a health and humanitarian one.
And to add to that, the distrust between the employees and the employers, as we saw in Delhi when the
Oh,
Anand Vihar
absolutely.
fiasco
See, the
happened.
labor laws have existed on paper for the benefit of those who want to misuse them, not so much for the ones who want to use them. So it's a right time to also look into that. But labor is not a variable that you can talk on paper. These are human beings. So we will have to have a relook at the labor laws and ensure that they facilitate work and employment and not trouble these. This class is not to be troubled using labor laws. And that is one of the reasons they migrated, because there was no security from the employer's point of view either.
Thank you, Harsha. Well, thank you so much for the insights, and we can only hope that the situation with the migrants does get better as we prepare to reopen the economy. Thank you.